first 3 minutes and in search of the NCAA tournament.
Bukowski, Reed ended up fouling out of that first matchup.
Entry to Reed, who had a mismatch. Skipped it for Andrew Carr, who couldn't connect from
times.
As Caleb Foster, very best in all the ACC. Reed feeling good about it. And Duke, meanwhile, you saw ACC 21-5 overall. And on the trouble in the first meeting on the Wake Forest side last Monday. Rutgers still coming off the bench for Duke in his second game back from a concussion. With McCain, Filipowski, Foster, and Ryan Young, the veteran. Proctor kicks for Foster. Knocks it.
Puts you in scramble. You had a 2-on-1 as Reed recovered nicely, but then that
point shooting team in the ACC and top 15 in the country.
He does a lot. He can really score. He can shoot a 3 with range. He puts it on a game like this, Mike, when your best player, which has to be your best player,
by 6 minutes in. And Salas is exactly that for Wake Forest in the ACC. Fredrickson's a shooter, 6 years young. They've won 16 of 18. They've blasted Miami.
Has done. You know, this team has improved steadily as the year has gone on. To play like sophomores.
Fredrickson at 13.5 points per game. Lost the handle. Young went diving for it.
Transition. They have a really fast advance. They space shooters, but both coaches' transition defense was huge today.
Something Josh fences per KenPom in the ACC. There's Phillip with Matt Marsh. A kick for Foster. Wanted a second triple. Hesitation was probing and stepped out on.
Look out to me. Those guys, all of them, so dynamic downhill, especially that guy.
For Damari Monsanto into the game for Wake Forest. Here's McCain. 40% from 3, and he sticks with.
He is always on balance. It's one of the reasons he is shooting such a high percentage. He's always on balance.
He's matched up with Cam Hildreth.
There from Tyrese Proctor, off the ball, sort of occupies, and then, you know, you're too late. Just comes with Damari Monsanto and Parker Fredrickson off of it. Those two guys, that's what they want. They want 3, and it actually helps their spacing off it.
It's like Wake Forest has 3 different teams. A lob to Marsh. You've seen the defense get better for Duke the last few weeks. Key it in. And here is Monsanto. You got to know where he is. And
in their last 4 games, only 3 of 19.
Young trying to. Well, Monsanto is a guy who can shoot it so well. And Wake is a team.
I'm not smart enough to be able to play.
He is nothing.
If here from East Tennessee, and he does it all with a smile.
The pride of small town Lone Tree, Iowa. The shot big, dishes to Matt Marsh.
The other day, he needs to give them something.
Started last year. Out Young. And he moved it, but the shot clock.
Penetration here from Boopy middle order. Boop, boop, round the rim. Matthew Marks, get him a dunk.
And a big game that follows this one right here on ESPN. Carolina at Virginia.
A much better team. They're a tournament team if you just watch that team play.
Strong take from Tyrese Proctor at his second bucket. The
Softshire has said all year they have 6 starters, and it's kind of switched around. Of course, Pryor off the bench again today.
Well, answers right back to the Deeks. Duke's hit 3 triples. Wake Forest doesn't have any. And Filipowski goes 7-footer. Now for 3. Proving Filipowski flash to the block. Goes up for 2 more.
John Shire's looking, you know, they ran a set there, looking to get him a little bit more.
Reed kicks it out for Salas. Knocks it down. The 19. Filipowski stepping out this time. Leftman calling for it. Wants a deep one. Hits! Caleb Foster with a response for Duke. Second game back from the concussion. And Foster has been steady. Miller with it. Bottled up. Found Mitchell for the stop.
Parker Fredrickson, you just give him a little bit of an angle as Efton Reed leaves the pitch utility. Aggressive. It was almost like somebody got to him before they sterilized him. But he's back to being who he is. It's been so.
They're 11-1 in that time. He kicked it out for a spin. Get it up, and he does it. It's a shot clock violation.
Got back to himself in that pick game. You have to remember, it's really only his second year of college. I mean, Michigan, so he has transferred up. It's been an adjustment, but what a start.
Efton Reed draws a foul on Kyle Filipowski.
And wanted to make it a little bit difficult, harder for those post front read, the deeper he got.
Early last week between these teams. He got it down low, got a steal out of the Proctor ball screen, and now Mitchell trying to grip down the rim. And
a good job carving his angle. And look at that position. 2 feet in the paint right in front of the rim to Duke.
You said it earlier, first meeting, he and Filipowski were huge to match a career high in that one. And again, the last dozen games for him.
Their best basketball is him and how he's playing. He's an X factor.
McCain getting a breather right now, and Jeremy Roach is back. Dallas. Miller. Reed has Mitchell up inside of 10. Salas met by Filipowski. Here's Mitchell attacking again. And
no question.
You mentioned defensive transition. How would you assess it on both sides so far?
It's been good. Yeah, both times.
Salas created a little bit of space and got it to go. 8. Filipowski on Reed. Kicks for Blakes. Too strong. Filipowski switched on to Miller. Rolled out.
How many offensive boards he creates by that bat out.
So good in the pick and roll. Filipowski moves it. Extra pass. Now Roach and Roach. Filipowski. And that one goes down.
Are so good at shot faking when they get into that paint. The play with those two guys starts when they pick up the ball in the lane. You have Mark Mitchell as he came over.
Tomorrow
is early in the game. There's nobody better than Kenny Brooks either, man. That guy.
As Steve Forbes. 28 all just outside of Monaco. Our entire crew with you. Foster from the corner. Knocks down a 3.
Oh, and they've got multiple shooters.
38% from 3 this year. Shot fake on Sean Stewart. Carr struggled with his shot. That's another. And a rebound on the weak side from Cam Hildreth. And a team in Wake that is perfect at home. Trying to rubber stamp, like Dallin said. Filipowski is double. How about passing out of the post to Proctor?
That's why. And when you have that shooting around him, you're going to get open looks. Nice.
Said as well. He likes it inside out. The method for Filipowski. Announcing himself on the big stage. There's Filipowski on the block, and he gets it. Comes here to Wake, and he's been outstanding. Like a lot of transfers have been the transfer when LSU, then Gonzaga. So he was out the first 7 years. Off the bounce, behind the back, tough follow away. Doesn't go. Screen. Rebound underneath, and nearly a follow from Jared McCain.
What can I do on the next play to impact winning? That's who Jared McCain
purposes, but costly, and it plants Cam Hildreth at the line at 80% to stay. Would be the best win of the season for the team. Foster got it off, and we head to halftime.